The subject of radio frequency identification, or RFID, and NFC, near field communications, is quite complicated, although with the Arduino and libraries, it doesn't have to be. So if you want to read a tag, say this RFID tag, with your Arduino, there are lots of solutions. Here's one by Grand Idea Studios. It works really well and it measures RFID, fairly simple communications and well documented. Today we're going to be looking at this one by Adafruit, and the reason I chose this one for the project is because it reads RFID and NFC. Now the differences between the two are substantial, yet they're also very similar. NFC is really built out of RFID. NFC is a little more complicated because you can also write to the tags as opposed to just reading them. It's also more secure and more common in smartphones today. Most smartphones have an NFC card reader. So implementing this technology in your Arduino is becoming more and more popular. So let's take a look at this shield and the libraries and how to use it. I'm not going to go over all the examples and I'm not going to go too in depth. This is complicated enough that it's probably its own video series in and of itself. It really is the Wild West of RFID, NFC. There's lots of documentation out there, but there's lots of different standards, and I just can't cover all of them in this short video. But I can cover how to use this shield, how to install the libraries, how to read a card, and talk about a few other things that you'll need to know, save you a lot of time and headache. So first things first, let's attach this to our Arduino. And it attaches just like this. You'll see it sticks out a little bit. That's because that's the antenna. Now let's load up the Arduino software. Now while that's uploading, I want to talk about a few things with the code and this particular RFID NFC reader. There are different ways to communicate with the reader. We're going to use I2C, uses only 2 pins. It also uses the digital pin 2 as an interrupt. And why is there an interrupt? Well, that's because we don't want this reader to just constantly say, is there a card, is there a card, is there a card? We're going to use an interrupt so that when there is a card, we can actually stop the code that's going on and say, oh, there's a card, run this code and read the card. And that allows you to do other things instead of always just waiting to read a card. So let's take a look at the library and code. If I go into Include Library, Manage Libraries, you're going to want to look for RFID. It's the easiest way. And it's this one right here, the PN532 by Adafruit. There will be an install button. I've already installed mine, so I've done lots of testing with this in the past. Once that's installed, restart, and you will have an example down here, 532. Now there's quite a few examples in here, and there's different cards, and there's different NFC examples where you can read, erase, write. We're going to look at the readMifare. And again, the code is quite complicated. The library is quite extensive. We can't go through everything, but there are a few highlights here that will save you a lot of time. Number one, this library is written for several different kinds of readers, whether it be a kit that you put together or the shield that comes mostly soldered together. And because of that, there are a few different requirements and things you need to change. Number one, now we need to figure out which way we're communicating with this shield. So if you look right here, this says if it's for SPI communications. We're not using SPI. We're using this one right here. If you're using the breakout or shield with an I2C, we're going to use this. And that's very common with libraries, especially ones that support multiple devices where you comment or uncomment lines of code depending on what you have hooked up. So I'm using the I2C, so I think we're pretty much good to go. Here's another thing to notice right here after the void setup. 115.200. That is going to be important when we open up our serial monitor. And you can see I'm getting an error because I haven't plugged my Arduino in yet. So let's plug in the board. Check our tools. Board and port looks good. Let's upload it. And it's uploaded. And if I open up my serial monitor, my baud rate is correct. Now let me just show you. A lot of people will have the standard 9600 right there, and you'll get that infamous question mark diamond thing. That is a number one sign that your baud rate is wrong. So just make sure that you're at this 115.200. And it found the chip, firmware is good, waiting for an ISO 14443A card. And guess what? I happen to have one right here. So let's see what happens when I put it down towards the reader. As I lower this to the reader, found, and it was able to recognize this card. So think about how you can react to that recognition and do something else. We could react to the card and unlatch a door bolt. We could react to the card and turn lights or systems on or off based on a user. But also think about how you could do this with inanimate objects, not necessarily a person with a swipe card. I'm going to show you a little bonus NFC reader right here, or I should say tag. This one is on a flexible PCB, and the electronics are all potted there, and the plastic is actually the antenna. I love this one because think about embedding that into a ring, or putting this into, say, something in your kitchen where you have cups that dispense liquids, or smart devices in your home workshop. You could do lots of very cool things. And if I bring this down there, yep, it found it. Seems to be another ultralight, a readMifare ultralight tag. Works really well. And again, this is so small you can embed it into almost anything, and opens up a world of possibilities with NFC.